What's up, everybody? It's Clarissa J. I'm back with another video. And before we get into the topic, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's free. I'd appreciate it very much. Now, let's get into the topic because we like to jump right into it here, okay? So, now the VMAs just happened, and you know, a lot of, fans were wondering why SZA did not perform. Now, SZA had a big year, she dropped her SOS album recently, and she did not perform at the VMAs, which, had a lot of people kind of questioning, why she didn't. So, she dropped her SOS album in 2022, and it was really big. It was on the Billboard charts for about like 10 weeks, I believe. And I believe she sold 300,000 units her first week. I have to fact check that. I'll correct it in the comments if I'm wrong. But, you know, but apparently, her manager, Punch, he decided to, take her out of the VMAs, and decided for her not to perform because he felt like the VMAs snubbed her out of, Artist of the Year nomination. Now usually in most award shows when it comes to music, it's like the top like awards that most people talk about is usually like, Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, that type of stuff. So Artist of the Year, that's pretty important. It's a pretty big deal. You know what I'm saying? And with the year SZA had, I believe she should have been nominated. But let me get into the background a little bit about, Punch and TDE. Now, TDE is the label that SZA is signed to. TDE is an independent label. They're known for, acts that they've signed, like SZA, of course. Kendrick Lamar, who used to be on the label, he just recently got off the label. His last album that he put out, that was literally his last album on TDE. Now, yes, Kendrick was on TDE, Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad, Reason, Ab-Soul, J-Rock, Sir, and a couple more artists. They got a couple artists over there. You know, they're pretty much West Coast based, for the most part. Most of their artists are from the West Coast. SZA, however, is from Jersey. Now, SZA has a joint venture deal with TDE and RCA. So she's with RCA and TDE. And RCA is, I think, known for, having R&B type of artists. So that's a little bit of background on TDE. Now, TDE, for the most part, I feel like for the most part they do their artists pretty okay. Never really heard about them, doing anything like shady or shisty or anything like that. I feel like their main complaints are like, they're not able to, just put their albums out, exactly when they want to, which I feel like that's not exactly true. Because, obviously this is business too, this is the music business, and there's a lot of planning and strategy of when to put out an album or how to put out an album or anything or project, a song, whatever, you know. But honestly, that's the only thing I've really seen. Recently they've been in the headlines, with Reason complaining about things with TDE, and then also, um, with Punch, he had a situation with Academics because Academics said some things about SZA that weren't too nice, And Punch, he defended SZA. Honestly, this whole thing, I feel like, this is another example of, TDE kind of having their artists back. Because although it may seem like, they're not looking out for their artists because, SZA should have performed, but they are at the same time because SZA had a great year. She's a big artist. She's definitely up there. You know what I'm saying? And for the VMAs to not have her nominated for Artist of the Year, that is a bit disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they have her, nominated for other awards, but not Artist of the Year. So it's like you're kind of like halfway acknowledging, the work that she did, the art that she put out. And it's like, me personally, I feel like award shows are, eh, you know. I don't really feel award shows like that. I feel like they're kind of all bullshit. They do a lot of, weird stuff. It's like, are we doing this based off of, the art, or is this like a popularity contest? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? That's like, there a lot of artists go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of underground artists that are out there. They don't necessarily get awards. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just, awards are kind of like, you know, I don't really feel them too much. So, but at the same time, people do like for their work to be acknowledged, and at the at the spot that SZA's in, she's up there, you know what I'm saying? Like she gets to do songs with Drake and Justin Bieber. Like she's up there, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just not acknowledge her when she's in those spaces like that. She's in that space, you know what I'm saying? Now, there were other nominees for Artist of the Year, which were Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Shakira, Carol G, Taylor Swift, and Doja Cat. Now, Doja Cat has not put out an album. Now, these nominations are usually, weeks, months in advance. At least they should be. So, Doja Cat hasn't even put out an album. How is she Artist of the Year? That's crazy to me. Nicki Minaj, yes, she's a big name, so I kind of understand why she's there, but she also did not put out an album. Now, Beyonce makes sense why she's there. Renaissance album, going crazy. Renaissance tour, going crazy. Makes sense why Beyonce's there. Shakira did not put an album. Okay. Honestly, I didn't even know people were still listening to Shakira, but she's also a Latin artist, so that's a whole other thing. You know, I'm not exactly indulged in the Latin music world, so she could be very well big in the Latin world. Okay, so forgive me. But Shakira does not have an album out, so Carol G, I'm not too familiar with her. I'm not exactly sure whether she has the album out or not, so that's up for debate, I guess. Taylor Swift, I believe she put something out in 2022, so it makes sense why she's there. And I feel like Taylor Swift is always kind of there. She's like one of the like main people who's always like VMA ready, I guess. Like, but yeah, she's also a big name too. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. But again, Doja Cat, Shakira, Nicki, they did not have albums out. SZA actually had an album out, and it did really well. You know what I'm saying? She had a big year. She had hit singles. Album did great. She just put out the Snooze, an acoustic remix with Justin Bieber. She got a song out with Drake. Like, bro, that would have been a great moment if they would have, had her nominated, because then she could have performed. Because the only reason he decided for her not to perform is because they didn't nominate her for Artist of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, like, why wouldn't y'all nominate her? I feel like it would have only made sense to nominate her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't exactly see why she wouldn't be nominated. You know, because I don't even listen to SZA, and I see her everywhere being talked about and people playing her music. On social media and all that type of stuff. People be listening to SZA. They do. And it's like if I see her, I know y'all are seeing her because I don't even be going out of my way. It's y'all job to know what's hot out here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could pick who to nominate and all that type of stuff. So why is she nominated for Artist of the Year? It don't exactly make sense, So I'd have to agree with Punch. It is a little disrespectful that she's not nominated. Because nobody's saying she's gonna win Artist of the Year, especially when you're going up against, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably not gonna win, but the nomination at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at least acknowledging that she was one of the artists of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what it's for. You know, I'd have to agree with Punch, and shout out to Punch for having SZA's back. I feel like he's gone to bat for her a lot of the times, and you don't really get to see that with a lot of managers and artists doing that, regardless of how big or small they are. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him for that. I know SZA, she doesn't really like doing all this stuff, but if like, but maybe by Punch doing this, maybe they'll learn a lesson, and they won't pull that again. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you don't like her, she clearly, people like her music, and clearly they're loving it and it's doing well. So y'all gonna do this whole award thing, y'all should be acknowledging the ones that's actually doing what y'all are asking. They doing the numbers, the popularity, the relevancy, all of that type of stuff. She's got all that. You know what I'm saying? It would have been nothing for y'all to at least nominate her. Literally nothing. Then he's asking y'all, and y'all can't even really give him an answer. Like, it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all basically telling him, well, she got nominated for other things. It's like, come on, man. Come on. That's not right, bro. Like, but I'm gonna leave some links to the article because he did an interview with Hollywood Reporter, so I'm gonna leave a link in the description to that article so y'all can see further more about what he said about it and everything like that. But yeah, I gotta agree with Punch on this one, because it's like I feel like y'all know exactly who to do that to, because y'all wouldn't play them games with other artists, and y'all know who some of them artists are. Like, nah, yeah, I wouldn't do that. you know I don't even listen to SZA, but give her shit. She deserve it. She doing her thing. People rocking with her. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like SZA. Before she had uh, the the joint venture deal with RCA, because my last album that I listened to SZA's of was Control, and I like Control, but I kind of felt like I knew where her direction was heading when she dropped Control. The subject matter was kind of no longer for me. I liked her stuff before Control. That subject matter was a little bit more for me. Couldn't really get behind everything Control wise and after. But salute to her though, and shout out to Punch for sticking up for his artist and sticking up for her as a black woman, because a lot of people don't do that either. You know what I'm saying? But because he's had her back on several occasions. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it very much. I love all the support. I'm here for the dialogue. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the hate. I appreciate all of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me not know what you guys think about this. Yeah, I think she should have been nominated. Yeah, I think Punch was wrong for taking out the show. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.